Well, I'm going to try to show you how to make the card that I made earlier, that I had on my post earlier. I just usually buy cardstock from Walmart, and I cut it in half. So, let's see here. For 11 inches, I do 5.5, and excuse my reach, I need to get my glasses. Can't start without those. So I do 5.5, find that on the edge over here, and then cut the cardstock in half. Now that's 2 cards I have. And I won't show you the whole folded in half because you can do that. I do like to use a paper or a bone folder to get a nice good crease on the edge here. I am not a precise card maker by any means, so I believe anybody can do this. These are the packs of paper that I was showing you earlier. They have a printed side and a plain side. So, as you can see, this side, so you could use part of it for the base, like I did the other one, and then a strip. They give you like 3 of each thing, I think, for the coordinating piece. So, let's see, which one shall we do? I kind of like the pink and that green. I've done that one before. So actually I'm going to use a different pink. I'm going to use this pink for the base. So I'll just rip that out of there. And then I'm going to get this little green stripedy thingy. Also, I just brought this out to show you that, because a lot of times, you know, these are pretty girly, and you want to make men's get well cards or things, so this is more of guy colors, I guess, guy designs. Alright, like I said, I am not precise at this. I hold it up and hold it on the edge of my card where I think it's all lined up. I feel that the edge is flush. And then usually I just take my fingernail and make a little crease where I'm going to need to cut. So now I don't know if you can see the little marks I have there. So now I'll take my paper cutter and cut it down those sections. Okay. So now, hopefully, this will fit on the card. And if not, sometimes I fudge it. I trim it up a little bit or put a ribbon across, but you can also tip it over and see. Looks like it's a little long there, so I might need to cut a hair off each side. So we'll just go back and cut a little hair off here. And for those people who are very precise and measure everything, they'll do a much better job. Alright. So, now you can use any weapon of choice here. You can use a glue stick. My problem with this sometimes is, even though it says permanent bond, and you definitely want to get a permanent bond glue stick or any other kind of adhesive, so the chances are better that it would stick. You can use that, you can use double-sided tape, or you can use the tape runners from the craft store. And this one is pretty cheap, so I got it in a pack of 3. So anyway, then just tip it over and put your adhesive on there. I like this, it's a little less messy than the glue stick, but like I said, anything will work. I just like to really do it up good so the chances of it staying are better. And then you just push that on there. Now, I want my design to go this way. And you could make it so the whole bottom half is this, or so that only a little section. I like the little strip across there, my personal favorite. So I'll just kind of eyeball it and cut a strip. And again, then decide where do I want this thing. There, looks good. Maybe down a little bit. I like it there. Okay, again, I use my fingernail to just crease it a little bit so that I know where to cut. Line it up on your paper cutter. cut it off, double check, make sure it's going to work. Yep. So now I'll just put some adhesive on there. And stick it on. Now I'm never going to get it in the same spot I wanted before, but it'll be close. Alright. Now, again, at the dollar store, and ours is called Super Dollar. We also have Dollar Tree, but they don't have as many scrapbooking things as Super Dollar does. But they have all these different flowers. As you can see, this was a huge assortment. I just put in a Ziploc bag. I think they were in a little baggy type thing. But then you decide, is it going to be a pink one? Is it going to be both? Maybe you could do pink and a green there. And I might want to, you know, am I going to put happy birthday? Here's the different stamps. And these are cheap. A lot of times you can get, I think all these foamed backed ones were in a set a long, long time ago. They last forever. You can also get sheets of these that you use your acrylic block to apply, and that's the stamp that was on the card that I made earlier in the last post. I like that one, and I probably bought the set mostly for that. It was pretty cheap. I can't remember. I think that was also at Super Dollar for maybe $1.59 or something close to that. So I don't know what I like this stamp too. A little birdie told me, but I don't know. Let's see. Maybe just happy birthday somewhere. Okay, so what I'm doing is I had made this tag and didn't like it. I didn't like the green against there, and it seemed to be kind of the wrong color green. So I found another piece in here that was, well, this polka dot piece. And you really can't tell it's polka dot when it has the pink over the top. And I poked a hole in with a little paper punch, but you can use whatever you have. Tied a little ribbon in it. And now I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. And I kind of like it kitty corner a little bit. And I want to save some room here because I picked out this pink flower to go on there. And just overlap it a little bit. Make sure that it's not going off the edge of the card, so it'll ensure that it'll fit in your envelope later. And so these just have a little self-adhesive tab pull off there, and figure out where you want it. Don't stick it on your tail to your ribbon there, which I might cut off. If you have raffia or any kind of little decorative ribbon, or you don't have to, stick a little flower there. I had this other flower picked out earlier. You could even put that there, and that would be fine. I just happened to think of some sort of ribbon. I like the paper raffia much better than this twine, but it's still kind of cool looking. Might trim those a little bit, I'm not sure. And if you want to add a little bit extra, I like doing this too. It's kind of fun. Let me get the lid on my ink here. Clean up my space. They have these pens, and they have glue in them. And I kind of like to just make little dots. I've got to get it going first. Let me practice on a scrap piece of paper here. Okay. And so I like to just do random dots on there. You got to kind of be quick about this so that it doesn't dry out. Okay, and then I have glitter, and I picked green. We'll see what it looks like. That's one good thing about this. You know, you can experiment, and then you'll know for next time whether that worked or not. So since there is green in it, I thought we'd give that a whirl and just tap off the excess. And it gives you a little bit of sparkle. If you wanted to also, I also picked out a little rhinestone. I don't know now if I'll put it on or not, but you could put that right there. It's all up to you and what you decide you want to do. But the first is what our card turned out to be. I think it turned out kind of cute, and I'm always partial to a little bit of glitter. I don't know if you can see it sparkle on there. It is blank inside. You can also take a solid piece of paper. that, you know, coordinates with the front, and hand stamp or hand write your message inside. I do always like to put a handmade by and then sign my name and put the date on there. And I know people really enjoy getting handmade cards, especially when they look nice. And I just hope you have a good time doing it, and have a great day.